Hello guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Melissa, and if you're new, please like this video, subscribe, click the notification bell so that whenever I post, you'll be the first to find out. So guys, today I'm giving myself a challenge not to roll my eyes, not to take my eyes away from the focus points for a very long time, because I noticed I usually do that in all of my videos. Let's see how far I can go today. Let's see, guys. So you guys remember the BBC undercover video? I even went out to the streets to ask people what they think about the video, and in that video I said it's high time people started speaking up. See, don't die in silence. See, talk. If you're being maltreated in your job, if you're being forced to do what you're not supposed to do, if you're undergoing modern slavery at your place of work, in this instance, always speak up. Generally in life, it's always good to speak up, but right now we are focusing on job because we know there are a lot of modern slavery going on in recent times. As a matter of fact, since the care visa route was introduced, yeah, it has helped a lot of people, but we cannot deny the fact that it has affected a lot of people negatively. There's been a whole lot of people breaking the law. There's no point going over all that because I have made content about it exhaustively on my channel. So recently, a migrant care worker openly came out to BBC to say her problem, to talk about what she's going through in the hands of her employers, which is really encouraging. I love that. So brave of her. And I implore everyone out there to follow this suit. Anyway, let's go through it. A migrant social care worker has said her employer threatened to cancel her visa if she complains about being forced to work long hours without any days off. Sofia, so not her real name, said she paid more than £2,000 in fees to a South Yorkshire care company that sponsored her visa to come to the UK from Zimbabwe to work for them in 2023. The Home Office has cracked down on abuse and exploitation by some care companies by revoking care licenses, leaving many workers without a job. Yes, of a fact, if you pay to get sponsored job and you're watching me, I'm sure you know that there's been a huge crackdown going on. A lot of companies are going down. But I am not completely satisfied with the way Home Office is going about it, because why are you just revoking licenses? You're revoking their license, hence stopping them from recruiting overseas care workers. But they are still recruiting remote care workers. Care workers in the UK are still being recruited by them, which I don't think is fair enough. I think Home Office needs to do more, way more than just revoking their license. They should just stop them from practicing totally. I think that would serve as a lesson to every other company trying to expect workers, because I mean, you're just revoking their license, just that. Knowing fully well that the worst Home Office can do to them is revoke their license, and not even their license from recruiting, or the license from recruiting overseas care workers. What's their business? They don't even care about that. Number one, I strongly believe that Home Office should make sure they pay a huge fine, should take them to court, make sure they pay a huge fine, a fine of, let's say, above £15,000. Revoke their license from recruiting and shut down the company. I know they won't want to shut down the company because they actually know that they are serving the country in the sense that they are looking after vulnerable people. So if they decide to shut out all the companies that have been exploiting care workers, there will be a wide gap in that aspect. There will be a lot of vulnerable adults or children that will be stranded. It will in turn affect them, which I completely understand. But I just feel like maybe a fine would do, a huge fine of, let's say, £100,000, because these people, they make a lot of money off overseas care workers. Talking about £20,000 per person. Let's continue. Leeds City Council, which oversees a Yorkshire-wide project to find new jobs for unemployed overseas workers, said there had been challenges in matching people with roles. Yes, guys, this is the exciting part about this. So if they revoke your license, let's say you came from overseas and they revoke the license of your employer, there's an initiative going on right now by different councils where they are now tasked to provide you with a job, thus not leaving you stranded, which is applaudable. Because at the end of the day, when you revoke license of these people's employers, in a way, I know they are not totally guilt-free, but you can still tag them victims, right? So when you revoke the license of the employer, they suffer. The employer don't suffer. They suffer because they are now taxed to leave the UK within a certain number of days, which is really absurd. Nobody wants to be in that position. So there's an initiative going on where councils are now being taxed to provide these people with jobs, which is really applaudable. Sofia came to the UK on a health and care worker visa designed to help plug staffing gaps in the sector. She said she was placed in an unregistered multi-occupancy home where she complained that she was paying too much for the accommodation and was told she was not grateful. Sofia added she was threatened with having her certificate of sponsorship terminated. So when she complains, an employer would say you're supposed to be quiet. So most times they had to suffer in silence. Sofia said you can't move, you can't breathe, you are stuck. You have sacrificed everything to come here so you can start a new life. When you get here, you see the treatment is not good. Sofia says she was often out of the house for 16 hours a day without any days off. Guys, like, it's alarming. But if you've not had a conversation with someone that is going through this, you will not understand how frustrating it is. Like, I literally had to send somebody money recently because she was stranded. You know when it's for somebody to beg for food? It's crazy. You're out there working every day and you're being paid for 5 hours. You still have your rent to pay for. It's insane. It's insane what people are going through out there. It's crazy, guys. You have no clue. She felt unable to seek any other employment because her visa depended on the care company. I mean, you can only work 20 hours outside of your main job, which now is even a whole lot difficult. In my last video opened my eyes where I talked about my struggles, having left the care sector for my corporate. People are like, no, Melissa, it's not like that anymore. When I was a carer, getting a shift was never a problem. Like, I made it run. I used to even run away. Like, I beg, please don't call me. Don't. Like, you can have your main job and have up to like 5 agencies. You would never be out of shift. You will never be out of money. But now it's crazy. I think it's becoming saturated. I'm not sure what's going on anymore. So Jordan Stapleton, the union's regional migrants lead, said, we are seeing migrant workers who are having to pay thousands of pounds in illegal fees, often working 16 hours a day, often without a break, not getting paid correctly, not being paid for the travel time, and being threatened with deportation and their visa being removed if they complain. Although the government has been revoking the license of some of these employers, many employers are still operating because employees daren't report them. These are the issues. Employees are not speaking out. People are not speaking out. People are not talking. Which, of course, I don't entirely blame them, but I still employ them. If you're watching me, speak out. You need to get help. ILRO is so far away, because I think that's where a lot of people are hanging their hope on. Oh, at least ILR is coming in 4 years, in 3 years time. But like, man, before you get to that point, you're really gonna struggle. So why don't you just speak out and get help? Jamila Duncan-Bosu, a solicitor from the Charity Anti-Trafficking and Labor Exploitation Unit, said she had seen a rise in the number of inquiries from care workers seeking legal action over their experiences, which is good. There needs to be a proper safety net, she said. Between July 2022 and December 2024, the government said it had revoked more than 470 care providers' licenses, which enable companies to give visas to overseas workers across England, where there were concerns about abuse and exploitation. But the move had left thousands of the workers unemployed. So Home Office figures released last month revealed more than 39,000 workers had been associated with these care providers since October 2022. To help the workers find new jobs, in March 2023, the then Conservative government gave councils across England a total of £16 million to tackle the exploitation of overseas workers, help find them new work, and offer support. Leeds City Council runs the Yorkshire and Humber branch of the project. The project said it had been approached by 4,355 workers who had been left without employment after having their visa sponsorships revoked. It has successfully matched 71 people to new roles or new sponsors since it launched 2 years ago. In 2 years, they found work for 71 people only. My God. A council spokesperson said a lack of Home Office approved sponsor organizations in the area affected the number of job matches. We recognize there had been challenges across the region in finding workers new sponsors, which is in line with national recruitment issues faced by organizations in the care sector across the UK. Guys, it's such a long read, but the length and breadth of this video is to encourage anyone that is going through hell in the hands of their abusive employers to speak out. Guys, people are suffering. You have no clue. Like, I need to stress on this point. People are suffering. times are hard. I kind of feel like the UK dreams they sold to us is actually not happening anymore. Things are hard right now. Things are so difficult. Like I said in one of my videos, like my weekly shopping used to be like £40, £50. But now, like, it's up to £80, £100. Like last weekend, I spent about £100. Why? I was looking at the things. I'm like, what's here? Like, what did I buy? This is not even shopping African food, though. This is just main groceries, things to add to their lunch packs, like their snacks, fruits, just basic things in the house. And I'm spending that much. I could not believe it. Like, I just realized that they've added money to most of the groceries now. Something of £39 is now £45. Something of £2 is now £5. Just tiny bits here and there. And at the end of the day, when you go to the till to make payment, you realize that you have to spend a lot of money. Like, what's here? What did I buy? So like, things are hard. Now imagine not being paid correctly. Imagine working so hard every day of the week, which is even abusive. And then at the end of the day, you're not even being paid correctly. How do they expect you to pay your bills? It's crazy. You're not allowed to fall sick. If you fall sick, it's a problem. Your annual leave entitlement, they don't give it to you. They take it from you. It's insane, guys. You have no clue. Anyway, I just thought to let you guys know that people are speaking out. People are beginning to speak up. People are coming out to talk. So don't die in silence. Come out to talk. Anyway, people, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like, subscribe, click the notification bell, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye, guys.